Hey, beautiful. I see you. On behalf of Contemporary Living with Farmer and Hill, Melissa here, coming to talk to you today about time management. Now, if you watched my last video, I talked about meditation made easy, and I gave you 5 things or 5 tips that you could use. 20 minutes per day on your meditation. Losing focus is part of the process. So your mind's going to drift and wander and drift and wander, but know that it's part of the process. Becoming aware versus thinking. So lots of times we have thoughts and we go down the rabbit hole like, what should I eat? So should I go to a restaurant? Should I go here? So we'll have that one thought and we'll carry it down the rabbit hole until we've drilled down. But in your meditation, instead of when the thought comes, just become aware of that thought and say it out loud if you need to, so you can not focus in on it. I am aware that I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat today, or I am aware that I'm thinking about work, things at work. So just become aware of it instead of thinking about it and drilling down on that thing. And then I'd like you to, and don't resist. Don't resist, like I said, it's part of the process. So when a thought comes, don't try to exit out your head, because it's there. So don't resist. Also do it every day. Make sure you put this into practice, 20 minutes every day, and then don't give up. Don't give up if this is a goal. But today I want to caveat off of that, because if you don't have your time management, if you're not doing proper time management, then you won't be able to get those 20 minutes in a day. And I want you to get those 20 minutes in a day. So really, time management is nothing more than getting the most out of your day. Having optimal performance in your day and the things you do in your day. I remember a long time ago, there was this Army commercial. And it had a motto: we do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day. And that is so true. Having spent time in the Army, retired from the Army, yeah, that is so true. One of the things you learn in the Army really is time management, especially when you go to these trainings, these exercises, these courses, different things like that. They teach you time management because you have to pack so much in during the day. And one of the other things I like is that the military builds one day off the other day, trying to reach a specific goal. So whether if that goal is graduation, or it's a successful completion of some type of training exercise, or whatever the case may be, everything builds on itself. And so that leads me to one of the most important laws of time management. Do you know what that is? What's the most important law of time management? Stop wasting so much time. Stop wasting so much time. See, when you're focused on your focus, or you're focused on your purpose, then you don't have a lot of leisure time. And I bet if we did a time journal, but who has time for that, you would see that you waste a whole lot of time. A whole lot of time. So I've come up with 5 things that I want you to just kind of think about and focus on in order to help you get better with your time, because it's all about, living better lives. It really is. And if you've got something, I'm willing to look at it. And if I've got something, I'm definitely going to give that information to you. So these are the 5 things that I have. The first thing you have to do is stop complaining about not having enough time. You have to take 100% responsibility of your schedule. I know I used to let people, like, if they would call me on the phone, I just listened to the conversation knowing I had something else to do. If I, it's just letting people take so much of your time. And then at work, lots of times you trying to get stuff done, but then somebody comes and talks to you, spend a lot of time on social media. You're not getting the things that are important done. So that's why you have to stop complaining that you don't have enough time, and take 100% responsibility of your schedule. The second thing, every night create a actions or a task list of things you have to do. It's so easy to go to the past and think about the past, but when it comes to creating our future for the next day, just the next day, it's not as easy as just digging up the past. Well, let's start to go forward, creating a future for ourselves. So I want you to sit down every night. What are some things that I need to get done tomorrow? And remember, like I said about the army, each day should build on the next. So by the end of the week, you should have something accomplished. Maybe a little bit every day, or maybe it happened in a day, but you should have something major accomplished at the end of the week. So every night, create an actions or a task list. And then I want you to use the 80-20 rule. Lots of times we put these goals that are just so big and you can't get them accomplished. You might want to break it down into bite size. But on your task list, if you've got 10 things you want to accomplish on your task list, know that you have to get at least 80% of that done. So 8 of those 10 items will get done. And then you can either eliminate the other 2 or carry it on for the next day. But I want you to every night, write a task list down and then use the 80-20 rule. The next thing, get the right amount of rest. You can't do anything if you don't have the energy to fulfill those goals. You need energy. You need your body functioning properly in order to do that. So you want to get the right amount of rest. Well, how do you know whether you've got the right amount of rest? They say you need 8 hours of sleep. No, it's on an individual basis. And here's how you know whether you've gotten the right amount of rest or not. If you can go during the day and not get tired and not need a nap after lunch and not need coffee or caffeine to keep you awake, then you know you've gotten a proper amount of rest. That could be 5 hours or it could be 8 hours. I don't know, but it's on an individual basis. So you just have to make sure that you get the right amount of rest. The next thing is to wake up earlier than usual. That's big. See, what we're doing is we're trying to reprioritize in order to manage better. So waking up earlier than usual, I love waking up early in the morning. And guess what? If you wake up 20 minutes earlier in your day, you can get that meditation made easy out the way. Because to me, the earlier you wake up, the more things you can get done on your task list. I'm just an early riser. I love it. Another thing, and the last thing, the 5th thing, focus on one thing at a time. We know we love to multitasking. We become pros at multitasking, but really the only thing you can do is one thing at a time. So sometimes the mind gets bored. I know if I focus on, if I get bored with one task, what I'll do is I'll commit a time block. I'll say, okay, I want to work on this for 2 hours and then that's it. I'll go to something else, or let me get 30 minutes, because our mind sometimes can get bored with just focusing on one task at a time. But that's exactly what you have to do. And I don't care if it's for 10 minutes. I don't care if it's for 30 minutes. Just focus on one thing at a time. So if you say you're going to read in this time, just read in that time and then go on to the next thing. Don't try to do everything at one time, because that's a myth. You can't do everything at one time. You can only focus on one thing at a time. And that's what I want you to really hone in on. And this is what I challenge you to do. If you can do this for 1 week, I promise you, 1 week, you will want to incorporate this into your lifestyle. You will want to incorporate this into your lifestyle because it just works. And that's as simple as I can put it. All right, so those are the 5 things. Stop complaining and take 100% responsibility over your schedule. Every night, create an actions list and then use the 80-20 rule. Get the right amount of rest. Wake up earlier than usual and focus on one thing at a time. That's it. Andre and I thank you for watching. You can always catch us on Comcast Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. You can tune in on Facebook. You can reach us on YouTube. Our email, farmerandhill@gmail.com. We welcome you into our wonderful world of just information. All right? And as always, be brilliant, be you, be blessed. Bye-bye.